Okay, right, this is my quick first impressions of Far Cry 6. I played the trial version of it. Now, my kind of brief history with Far Cry is I've got Far Cry 3 on the PlayStation 3. I played some of it, but couldn't really get into it. Um, I bought Far Cry 4 and Far Cry Primal. I think it's called Primal. Yeah, Far Cry Primal, which came in a double pack, and those, believe it, those two games are actually still in the cellophane. Um, actually haven't what's the word? Taken them out the cellophane or unwrapped, unplayed them yet. Far Cry 5, there was a trial which I played of that, but I don't own Far Cry 5, and obviously this is Far Cry 6, which I don't own either, and I've played the trial. I've actually played the trial twice. I think I played it once on PlayStation 5 and once, obviously, and this is on Xbox Series X, which I did a stream of, which there'll be 3 videos on my YouTube channel and also on Twitch. And my first impressions are with the Far Cry games, especially the more modern ones, on like the PlayStation 4. I did find them a bit of a struggle to actually do. Not quite used to the actual controls, and obviously you got it's on an open area map, so you can tackle and do everything as you want, which is a lot of Ubisoft games do. Um, Far Cry 5, again, I found it a little bit hard, kind of getting used to trying or getting into the game, even though it being a trial. Far Cry 6, I can say for me, was a huge improvement, especially in terms of the actual graphics of the game looked really good. I was playing it also via the Xbox Series X, and the graphics looked. That's one of the things that actually took me by surprise, was the actual graphics compared to the previous Far Cry games in the actual series. The only kind of nitpick I had for me was the controls. I'm still having issues with it, where doesn't feel quite tight enough in my for me, for my honest opinion. So for me, I'm the kind of guy that likes to try and get headshots on characters, so that it makes it a lot easier to take out enemies, so you get a clean shot, which I was able to do, but not as cleanly as I would love to have been able to do. But that's my only kind of issue that I have with the game. Story wise, it was kind of really interesting in terms of what's kind of going on. I mean, they all have although in each of the Far Cry games, they all have a different antagonist. They basically have the same kind of ulterior motive in terms of trying to be a dictator. But overall, for me, really enjoyed Far Cry 6 from what I played the trial. It lets you play quite a lot of the actual missions, and then as soon as you get to a certain point, the trial ends, and you basically it gives you the option to buy it. And I think whether you do buy it digital or physically, I think you can carry on from where you were from where you played from the trial. Again, as you can see on the screen, it was optimized for the Xbox Series X, so that would explain why it is that the graphics were so good. The frame rate, which was 6 frames per second, highly detailed graphics, especially of the different environments, was really great. You can also ride around in different vehicles and all the cars to drive around. And you can also ride horses as well, which I found actually more exciting than actually driving the actual vehicles, the match themselves, and being able to use a grapple hook so that you can climb up and then climb down. Also, you got a parachute. I love the fact you got the different the armor piercing bullets. You got the sniper guns, the assault guns. Also, you can unlock different guns and also upgrade them with different mods and different way different add things you can add to your different guns, even with the pistols as well. You can also upgrade your outfit, so as you're leveling up, you can do certain things. You can also do stealth kills today, which is kind of very satisfying and kind of very bloody. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed my time at the trial. So my total time of it, I've looked at my videos, roughly about maybe three to 3.5 hours worth I kind of got out of it. I didn't do some of the side missions, which I think I could have done before completing the last mission, which ends the trial. So there's plenty to kind of do. Now, would I actually, from my brief play of this, would I actually buy this? I think yeah. I think I definitely will get this once I can find it for a quite reasonable price. I can see myself definitely picking this up. I think there are some DLC going to be involved with this game. Again, I'm going to have to go back and do Far Cry 4, Far Cry Primal, which I know a lot of people didn't like. Obviously, that's set in the caveman time, so it's going to be more bows and arrows and stuff, and axes made out of flint. So I've got a lot of catch up to do, and then there's Far Cry 5, which again I did play for the trial, so I need to get that, and then Far Cry 6. So yeah, I will definitely be picking up this game at some point and doing a playthrough of this game. So keep an eye out of that on my YouTube channel in the near future, and also on the previous Far Cry games in this series. I will be doing playthroughs of those games at some point. So this is my my first early impression of Far Cry 6 via the trial version.